All right, hello kiddos. How is it going? I am back with another lab. This lab is to go with our weather and climate unit, our final unit of this school year. Woohoo! Summer's almost here. Today's lab is all about creating a cloud and talking about what is necessary to create a cloud. Before we get started today, I want to go ahead and talk about a few of the basics that we need to know behind the content before we start this lab. So I went ahead and wrote out my whiteboard for you guys so you can have all the key information. Things that a clouds need in order to form: water, cool air, condensation nuclei, which you're probably thinking, what's condensation nuclei? Well, condensation nuclei can be any tiny solid or liquid that's in the air. Some examples include salt from the ocean, that can be condensation nuclei. Dust in the air can be condensation nuclei. Pollution in the air can be condensation nuclei. Just a few examples of those. So in order for a cloud to form, we have to have water, cool air, and a condensation nuclei. Okay, and that's going to come into play later in this lab. Let's review what the term condensation means. Condensation is the process of changing a water vapor into liquid water. So it's that gas state to the liquid state with water. And finally, there are three shapes of clouds: stratus, cumulus, and cirrus clouds. Okay, so those are the three types of cloud shapes that you will see. And you've probably heard about those different types of cloud shapes in previous grades before. All right, today's lab materials require 2 mason jars and their lids, hairspray, water, matches. Because we have matches, we also need safety glasses, and some ice cubes, a hot plate, and a beaker, which I've already started heating it up so you guys don't have to wait quite so long to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my safety glasses. Since your hot plate's on, your safety glasses are on. We know the rules. So I'm going to go ahead and put my safety glasses on so I'm nice and safe. We want to wait till that water heats up, but the first type of cloud we're going to create is a hairspray cloud. Now, in the hairspray cloud, we're going to pour our water into our jar. We're going to swoosh the jar around a little bit to make it nice and warm on the edges of the jar. And then we are going to put a squirt of hairspray in. Now, in this instance, the hairspray is going to serve as the dust or pollution in the air, and this will be our condensation nuclei. So the hairspray will be the condensation nuclei in cloud number 1. And then we will put an ice cube or 2 on the lid, and we will put the lid on top, and we will wait for the cloud to form. Now remember, we have to have cool air, so the ice cube is going to represent our cool air. The water is representing, obviously, water, and then the hairspray is our condensation nuclei. So now all we have to do is wait for our water to heat up, and then we'll be ready to create our first cloud. We want it to be pretty warm, maybe not quite at a boil, but very, very close to it. So it's going to take a second, and we'll go ahead and put our next batch of water on while we start this one so we don't have to wait as long. Kind of keep our process going here a little bit. Maybe you can predict which one do you think is going to make the better cloud. Do you think the hairspray condensation nuclei will work better? Or do you think the match, which is going to represent dust in the air, will make a better condensation nuclei? We shall see. This was definitely one of the favorite labs to do at school previously, so it makes me sad that you guys can't do it with me, but at least you get to see what it is and you'll get to see the cool results. All right, we are right there at about boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off and pour it in our jar. And that's plenty. Put that back on, and I'm going to fill that up with water so we have enough for our next one. And we'll let that go. All right, I'm going to swish this one around the edges, make sure all that warm water is around the edges of my jar. All those sides are heated up. Okay. Then I'm going to get ready with my hairspray. I'm going to squirt a good, healthy amount of hairspray in, and then I'm going to quickly cover it up with my ice cube top. Ready? And we wait. Push you guys down here so you can see a little better. Ah, do you see that cloud forming? Good amount of fog in there. You can see it sits on top of the water. It's definitely right here on this top part. You can see it. I know it's kind of hard on a camera, but you can see that cloud at the very, very top of our jar. Did a pretty nice job. All right, we're gonna get ready here for our next one, which is gonna go pretty fast. So I'm gonna put 2 more ice cubes on this jar. Keeping everything the same, except this time, we're gonna use a match instead of hairspray. And we'll see how this works. Just about ready with that water again. I'm going to go ahead and turn my hot plate off here, and then I will take off my beaker. All right, same amount of water, and twirl it around. Make sure the edges are nice and warm. All right, I'm going to set this one to the side so you can see this one. I'm going to get ready to set my match. And you can see it kind of working its magic. And our cloud over here has disappeared. You can see as I let it off, what little bit of the cloud is left is coming up in steam. And this one is being created, and this one's a pretty good one. This cloud nuclei is the match, or the dust, and you can really see that cloud on top of there. It's really, really foggy. It's a nice cloud forming right there. So what I want to review with you are the things that it is needed to create a cloud. You need to have cool air, which is what our ice is representing. You need to have some kind of condensation nuclei, which in this lab was our hairspray and our matches. And then you need to have water, which is obviously the water in this lab. And they turned out pretty good. This is a pretty good cloud we got going here. And you can see how that forms in the air. And it's a nice, white, fluffy cloud. All right, thanks for watching, guys. And don't forget to fill out your Google Forms.